Silent night, holy night, welcome to the Takes Christmas show. We're filming this early, it's October. That is why we're sitting here doing Gremlins. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Please like and subscribe. Welcome back to The Take, everybody. We are here on the set of The Take. I'm here with the baby communist himself, Horatiu Zglimbea, and we fired the shit out of Aiden and Noah, and we replaced him with our good friend Jay. He's joining us on the couch and will be for the foreseeable future.
Or just at least this episode.
No, he signed a contract and he is with us until death.
That contract was signed on toilet paper, so I don't know.
Thanks, man.
I'm just saying, I can't guarantee you this spot. This is a coveted spot.
I can't guarantee you're going to see tomorrow. I can't guarantee that your car's not going to get towed. I can't guarantee a lot of stuff.
Are you threatening me?
That's why we brought him on.
This is Christmas time. How are you threatening me at Christmas?
But you're sitting next to me with your shirt tucked in, and I feel like there needs to be a problem.
I look damn good.
His shirt's not tucked in.
That's why we brought him in, everybody. You know what I think it's time for?
What?
Theme song! Welcome back to The Take. As we said in the intro, we're here reviewing 1984's Gremlins.
We didn't say that in the intro. We sang that in the intro to all you people out in YouTube land.
Thanks, Horatiu. Since you want to take over the show, who directed Gremlins?
Joe Dante.
What else did he direct, Horatiu?
He directed some other weird stuff that featured puppets.
That's actually not wrong. He did the first Piranha and Small Soldiers. So,
Perfect.
Yeah. This movie is also starring Zach Galligan, Phoebe Cates, as you will remember as the tits from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Hoyt Axton, who's the dad. He's actually a renowned country artist.
Interesting.
And a very young Corey Feldman.
Yeah. Very young Corey Feldman before the cocaine problems and...
You could probably trace some of those back to this.
True.
Yeah. Speaking of snow, here's the plot synopsis from me. An aspiring inventor brings home a mystical creature known as a mogwai for his son as a Christmas present. When one of the rules for taking care of the mogwai are broken, the creature turns into a gremlin which terrorizes the town of Kingston Falls. Let's watch a clip. What a fantastic Christmas time clip.
Yeah,
Yes.
very fantastic.
This falls under one of those horror Christmas slapstick movies. It's hard to define.
How many fall under that?
Not many.
What other movies are horror comedy Christmas? I mean, there's
Garbage Pail
Krampus.
Kids?
That's a Christmas movie?
Absolutely. It is now.
Why?
Because I just said it was.
I mean, you can't do that. We can't make up facts.
Why not?
We're not,
Totally can.
This is not Fox News, everybody. This is The Take.
everybody.
We only report what's accurate. But back to the genre.
anyway,
What
yeah.
else is there, Matt? What other kinds of...
Thinking things like Black Christmas, holiday exploitation, it's a nice genre.
Sure.
But yeah, a lot of those movies do borrow a lot from Gremlins.
Yeah, they do. Absolutely. I mean, you look at Krampus and they got the little puppets that are toys, and this is not a toy, except, I mean, it is a Furby, basically.
Kind of a toy.
Yeah. But it's supposed to be like a real life thing. So yeah, I totally Krampus borrows from Gremlins, and Gremlins kind of defined the genre that it's like one of 3 movies. I don't think it has a genre that it fits into besides its own.
Or plot.
He's got a point. It really doesn't.
It doesn't.
This is peak blockbuster, peak high concept. Whereas you can kind of just give a general 2-sentence explanation of the movie, and you've pretty much told the whole movie.
Yeah, but it's also very indicative of the 80s. You look at a lot of 80s movies, they put out, like, I feel like the people who created Gremlins and other movies of its ilk, even to a degree like E.T. and
One
like,
guy. You're talking about one guy.
Right, exactly. He's hopped up on cocaine and he's making these weird like movies with making up these weird creatures and then making puppets out of them. He really had the 80s had a puppet fetish. Let's be
Yeah.
serious. They were, the Dark Crystal, E.T., Gremlins.
You know this movie's based off Family Matters? The TV sitcom?
How does that?
No, really not. But let me just get back to what I was saying about the plot.
Sure.
Yeah, it has no plot. The characters in the movie just accept that these spirited voodoo monkeys are taking over the town, and nobody says anything about it. They just go with it.
That's a good point. That speaks volumes to like people because they just accepted this new. They should be freaking the f out. They
Nobody
should be
does
like,
that.
I think during the point where the invasion came like full on, that's when people paid attention and freaked out.
Okay, but think of it now. I bring in this box and you open it up, and inside is this strange creature that you've never seen, that you can't find anywhere else. You can't Google this creature and find it anywhere. You can't find him in any encyclopedia. And everyone was just like, oh, that's pretty cool. Look at that little bug-eyed f***. That's really nice. How cute. Not like, holy Jesus Christ, it kind of talks English, it's from China. What the hell is going on with this thing? Like, how are people, you're
And
right.
how do we kill it? Remember the how do we kill it like moment in movies where it's like, okay, it's this.
Yeah.
How do we kill it now?
I think they went right to kill mode. I don't think they gave Gremlins their due, respect. They didn't try to see are they crazy? Are they trying to kill us? No, the mom just blended the one right away.
Well, I mean, she was being attacked.
Yeah.
Was she? No, she walked in and she saw that they were tearing apart her kitchen, and so she just pressed the blend button and watched the blood. And that's all of the Gremlins. The plot is the Gremlins were mad at people.
That's false because
why?
the first attack comes at the science teacher's expense when he tries feeding it a Snickers bar.
Right, but it's for revenge and retaliation, because what does the science teacher do? The first thing he does, this thing is this small.
It's a blood test.
Yeah, a little blood test? You see that needle? He just pulled a lot of blood. You don't need that much blood, and the thing is just crying in pain while it's getting blood drawn.
Like, why do they kill like that? Were they oppressed in like some monkey land that we don't know about that they didn't like describe in the movie? Why are they so murderous?
Well, because all they were doing was retaliating against the people that hurt them.
Or the nature of the gremlin is to just mess shit up.
Yeah, I think that's really generally what it is, but I don't think they're dangerous in the fact that they want to mess stuff up and hurt people. Perhaps it was a social commentary on the fact that as humans, we take everything and we try to mold it into what we want. We try to experiment on it. We rape the natural world, and this is the natural world raping us back. I'm just saying, maybe Gremlins was ahead of its time.
Wow, that was really deep.
I think that the design was crucial because going into it, the Mogwai, cute.
Yeah.
Everyone can want a Mogwai.
Absolutely. I want a
Nobody wants a
Mogwai.
f***ing gremlin. And those things immediately turn into little Halloween decorations.
Yeah.
They're scaly,
Sure.
lizardy,
Right.
look a little bit like a demon.
But I thought the animatronics were pretty cool. I mean, it's
Oh, for the time, definitely.
the pus that they had on them,
smoke.
the smoke, the little bubbling on their backs and stuff.
Oh, the effects are fantastic.
Yeah.
Even when at the end with the movie scene, when they're watching Snow White and you see like them coming on the screen, the
Yeah.
little animated little.
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, the effects for 1984 were pretty good. I mean, I really enjoyed. Did Jim Henson do this like every other puppet thing during 1984?
Edit break. It was Chris Wallace and Rick Baker who did the puppetry and stop motion animation for both Gremlins and Gremlins 2.
Nice.
That's also one of the things you get with practical effects is that this holds up. It obviously looks like it was made and set in the 80s, but I mean, the movie itself, everything holds up. It doesn't have a, oh, that looks kind of bad.
No, you're right, but it does hold up. It does actually hold up like it's like a thing, but it did just look like toys, you know? Like, what was
Especially
your
the scene
opinion?
where it's like they're running down the little street and you see it's like, you can clearly tell that was like.
Yeah, I mean, but I think that's the charm of Gremlins and stuff like E.T. and stuff that comes from the 80s. Because you look at it and you're like, they're playing around with toys. It's grown people acting with toys.
Or the part where the skeleton comes back up out of the pool, that was like, it's really shit.
Even when he dived into the pool, like, it didn't look that good. You know,
No.
he jumped into the YMCA
Yeah,
pool.
like
it was
it was like-
obviously just a puppet in this, and it just went down. But
They did what they could. You pretty much came out and said it already earlier, but you didn't like the film, huh,
I'm
Jarvis?
watching the movie like an actor, and you guys are watching it like
Oh,
filmmakers, so it's a little bit
actor.
different.
this isn't an actor's movie. This is
Yeah.
definitely.
No, it's not.
Because the
Yeah,
acting
yeah.
in this movie
It's like it
was...
sucked.
Corey Feldman, everybody. That's all you
Yeah.
got to say.
But the main guy that we're supposed to like actually follow, he's supposed to make us feel, is terrible.
Was that the guy from Mannequin?
Edit break.
After my research device here, I've come to find out that no, he was not.
He's not a mannequin.
Not
Okay.
a mannequin.
Thanks for adding nothing to that part of the talk.
That's what I do best. I add nothing.
You know what I do best?
What's that?
Cut to commercial breaks. We'll be right back.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
I can't change, even if I tried, even if I wanted to.
Welcome back to the tape. Now, as we kind of stated in the intro, but we really didn't touch on it, this is a unique entry in the slapstick horror.
Yes.
This was a critical success. It averaged, I think, like $150 million on a $15 million budget.
Oh,
Not
wow.
bad.
Yeah.
And critics loved it. Now, this movie is rated PG. Would that fall today?
I don't know, because I couldn't get the tone of this movie. There was a lot of like mayhem and like killing, but there was no like real blood when
no
they
gore,
killed him.
yeah.
So like I just felt like it's trying to be a kid's movie, but then it's also like trying to be an adult movie, and it's just like I don't understand what they were going for.
Yeah. You know, in the original screenplay, the mom was supposed to be beheaded.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Wow.
The violence actually got toned down a lot because they really wanted to go for the PG rating. When this was made, there was no PG-13. It went straight from PG to R.
Wow.
So this, along with Steven Spielberg's other movie at the time, Temple of Doom.
Yes.
That's why we have PG-13. Specifically, this movie and that heart scene.
Really?
Those were the reasons why Spielberg was like, we need this.
So Gremlins kind of changed the landscape of cinema.
More so created a path, I guess you would say, for more edgy content.
I see.
And you do that by combining some of these more violent elements with slapsticky kind of comic bullshit, I want to say.
Yeah.
Like mixing the cute and the horror.
Yeah. And you know what else they tried to mix into here that was like the weirdest out of left field thing?
Pornography.
Close. They were talking about just randomly Phoebe Cates coming in with the
My
talking
dad
about
died trying to be Santa Claus in my chimney.
That was weird, wasn't it?
just
Like,
out of left
why did they
field.
put that there?
I have no idea. That was like the weirdest addition to this Christmas horror movie that I've ever. Like my dad got stuck in a chimney and rotted, and I smelled him when he was trying to be Santa Claus. It's like, yo.
Which I really
like,
don't believe, because it's like, it's winter. Her dad wouldn't have like rotted that quickly, right? I mean,
And if
like,
they were lighting fires, they would have cooked him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would have smelled delicious.
Yeah. Why are we clapping?
Foreign invasion, Horatiu, is a theme in this film that I feel like not a lot of people are talking about.
What do you mean?
Well, the Gremlins are based off of an old World War II rumor from the RAF that the Mogwai comes from a man from China.
Right.
And it's only when it gets into the system that it destroys everything.
Yes.
It's an allegory. That's not the word.
Allegory?
It's an allegory.
Allegory.
Allegory Canada.
Calgary?
Allegory.
It's an allegory for foreign invasion.
I take offense to that.
As you should.
For a
But
second
it's
there, I was on Gremlin's side because I was all about it, and you know, it's trying to make a social commentary about the rape of the natural world. But now it's about foreign invasion.
Why do you keep? Why does it have to be
He
the
just
rape
got
of the natural
hooked
world?
on that phrase. It's a phrase that he likes the way it feels coming out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Like the
Say
way,
it.
when
Say
I
it.
say,
I don't want the
I
rape
love
of
the
the
way that
natural
that
world
feels.
in
I love
here.
the way that that guttural thing just feels.
Say rape of the
I
natural
think you get a
world.
Rape
visceral.
of the natural world.
Say it.
I just said it.
Just say it.
You're raping me right now to make me say this word again. I said no like 3 times.
Foreign invasion and how we allow the Mogwai into our lives and our homes because they're cute and adorable, but we don't respect the rules of the Mogwai, and it turns on us and it destroys our homes, cuts the brakes to our cars, blows up our movie theaters.
Kills our old people.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, technically, we blew up the movie theater. Humans did to try to
But
get
we
rid-
had to kill him.
Right.
And we almost did.
We almost did.
You also have one of those rare instances where you'll see a Disney property in something that's not a Disney movie.
That's right.
That will not happen nowadays.
Ever again. I had a problem just with the Gremlins because like they knew how to speak English and they knew stuff like about drinking beer and like I don't know.
It's because they studied American culture so that they infiltrated it, they could take it over easily.
Yeah, I had a problem.
It's
that
all there. It's
They
all
got
there.
the cliches too, like all the like, the one scene before they jump on the tractor and run through the house.
Oh yeah, like wearing the like pink
Like how did
leg
you how do
warmers.
you understand that?
I would like to see Gremlins done, maybe not today, but maybe like 12 years ago, in a way that like was real. Because I would like to see this concept, but done in a visceral, very gory.
No, how is that any different than any other monster movie that's out? Like, this is perfect the way that it is because it falls into that niche category.
The niche category that it's the one of.
Exactly, because everyone else knows you can't just do like a realistic Gremlins.
No, I know, but like think
They're
about
turning it into a cartoon for HBO Max. It's not it can't be something that's like scary. It's got to be something that, you know, like a 5-year-old can get into.
I think they really missed an opportunity to show gore, Gremlin gore.
Or anyone else in the town just getting back. You know, they did establish a lot of characters, and none of those characters, when push came to shove, did anything with the Gremlin invasion. Other
Right,
than
they're gonna show us Phoebe Cates serving them at a bar. Like the f***?
exactly.
Show us some stuff that's substantial.
And I think on that, we're gonna cut to these fine messages.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. This cat makes me make art. He's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
You taught him how to hit a baseball, how to hit a receiver. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
Welcome back to The Take. Don't mind our gratuitiveness. We are just admiring this here beautiful Telly Award that we are very thankful to have, and we're looking forward to winning many more. Horatiu, what are you gonna give Gremlins?
Well, again, this falls in the same from Mars Attacks. If I was a kid, I would have given it 4 out of 5 stars. But now, watching it again, when it comes to acting, sequence of events, story, all that jazz, I think I have to give it a 2 to 2.5 gizmos out of 5, just because it just didn't do it for me anymore. So I'll say 2.25 gizmos.
Jay?
I'm in between, because it did kind of rub my like nostalgic areas. That sounds really creepy.
Nostalgic areas. Show us
on the doll your
bear.
nostalgic areas.
Show us on Gizmo where your nostalgic
All
areas
up in
are.
that little furry. But
Right here, right here.
I'm gonna give it a 1.5 to a 2.
What?
We didn't really explain to you that you have to pick something either from the movie or an object to make your rating. So I picked 2.25 gizmos out of 5. So you pick 1.5.
Monkeys out of 5.
Good luck, Amanda. Find those monkeys.
I enjoy it. The older I've gotten, the more that I've just realized it's entertaining. It definitely didn't feel like the hour and a half. It definitely was an easy watch. I'm gonna go ahead and give this 3 gremlins blown up in a microwave. It's not the best. It's not the worst. It's classic 80s popcorn fodder. Okay, boys. So recently in America, certain organizations have deemed that Chinese dollars are more important than the freedom of speech that we all have here in America.
Oh boy.
So today, we are going to get ourselves banned in China.
Okay.
And we're all going to draw a piece of art that the Chinese censors, those actual communist pieces of shit, would hate.
All right, all of us or just
All of us. We have to get banned in China as a unit. Okay, guys?
I don't pay attention to politics.
Just draw something that'll get you banned in China, and I'll determine who is the most banned in China.
Why do you get to determine?
Actually, we'll have Aiden, our former couch guy,
Who's now a cameraman?
and Brian, our creative consultant. They will determine what is the most likely thing to get us banned in
Can I get
China.
one of those markers
yeah,
there?
one sec, man. Thank you, Brian. A little table for me. Perfect. What color would you like, Jay?
Let's go with black.
Typical.
All right, guys. We've all created our pieces of art.
Yep. Yep.
Let's see what you got.
All right. So newest person first, I think.
That's fair.
Oh, is that a portrait of President Z? That's amazing. That'll get us banned in China for sure.
No, I think that's Winnie the Pooh.
Jarvis, you explain why you drew it.
After a Google search, I found out that this is one of the things that's banned in China.
And why is it banned in China? Matt can tell us that. He's up to date.
Because
on
he
politics.
looks like President Z.
Allegedly.
It's pretty uncanny.
Okay.
Let's see what you drew.
All right. So what I drew was social media icons, because using social media will get you banned in China.
It'll get you sent to an internment camp where you will be either re-educated or murdered. Those things will get you
Oh,
banned in
thanks.
China for sure, guys.
So, Matt, what did you draw?
I drew me and my good friend Donnie, and we're holding the severed head of Winnie the Pooh, and I'm peeing on the American, or not on the American flag. I love the American flag. That's the Chinese flag.
Okay.
I'm peeing on it.
All right.
And then it says,
Matt McCormick, everybody.
First Amendment, everybody. Congress shall make no law abridging the right of freedom of speech or press or religion. And Z is a wow. So, we're going to give it a little bit of time.
Right.
And we should be banned in China now. You guys know what time it is? You ready?
Mailfern! 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 You're supposed to scream and one more time.
It's
Jay was
done.
it? Jay
It's
was-
gone. It's
We have
done.
to start doing orientation for our new guests, okay?
I heard it worked. Brian said it worked.
We have to start doing orientation with our new guests, okay? We got it. Orientation DVD? Sure. All right, so Mailfern time. All right, put your hat back on. These are presents from our viewers, and wow, this is weird because we're recording this before Halloween, and they already know what I'm supposed to be for Halloween. Soviet Batman. Cool. Thank you. That's for me. Die Hard. I wonder why they wrote Die Hard and who this is for.
It's got to be the one.
Really?
Either one of
I
us.
just got that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
And Dirty Santa.
Wow.
That's you.
Thanks. Souls. All right, I'm going first.
All right, Dirty Santa. Let's go. That deserved it after that.
What happens to you when you get wet? From Hugh Hefner.
Wow.
Wow.
From the grave, or did he have that in his like vault?
That, unfortunately,
He's been holding on to that one
is
for a while.
not applicable for TV. Like I said about going to the AVNs, we can find out what happens there when I get wet. But what you need to be more worried about is your girl getting wet when I'm around. So that's what happens.
I think the question was, what happens to get you wet?
No, that's not what the paper said.
All right. Should have let our guest go first.
Well, the second you call me dirty while you're being a communist.
Here's a picture of me as Soviet Batman. Okay. All right. This is, oh, that's really nice. What would you name your Mogwai? From Hoyt Axton, and he really drew it. I've been on a stint of naming my animals after cleaning products, so probably something like Pledge, Comet, Bar, Keeper's Friend,
Tide Pod.
Tide Pod,
Tide Pod would be really cool.
Gojo,
Pine Sol,
Pine Sol,
Lysol.
Lysol. So something that would fit in with my two animals, my cats that are named Ajax and Murphy, like Murphy's Oil Soap. So.
All right, let's do this. I wasn't expecting a gift, but you know what? Like my uncle used to say, shut up and take it. What turns you into a gremlin? I would say interracial adult media does it every time.
What does that mean?
Well, this is
Are you
we
talking
don't have
about?
enough time for me to go into it, but
Are you referencing pornography on this
I didn't say the word.
PG rated?
It's a very thoughtful question. I appreciate it.
Why would that? Why? But so why does that turn you into a gremlin?
We'll have time after the show to talk about it.
Yeah, that's not an appropriate on-air thing. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We'll get there. All right. This question is an all play. If you were a gremlin, how would you reproduce? From Stripe, and you see here, we've got a vagina.
That's a uterus.
And,
buddy.
well, I was pointing at the vagina part, and you got some ovaries and a uterus, some sperm cells, an egg, some testes, which are.
Those look like eyes.
I thought that was the sun.
I don't know if those are out of the sack or in the sack, but I'm assuming that's what they were.
I hope they're out of the sack because they look like.
If I were a
one ball
gremlin,
each.
I would reproduce with your mom, Horatiu.
The good old-fashioned way, the double-backed monster. What's that called? The two-hump camel. The horizontal cha-cha.
He's trying to say cream pies.
Coitus.
Can I see the question?
Yes, absolutely. Is that why you crossed your legs because of the drawings? Are they like causing an effect on you?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. If you were a gremlin, how would you reproduce?
They produce by getting wet.
Yeah, I think I would do just as this illustration says. Can you guys zoom in on that? By throwing sperm directly into the solar system.
Boom. Busting nuts on the moon.
Boom.
Oh, that's good.
That's going to do it for this episode of The Take. You can follow us on all the major socials right here. As always, you can follow us on Gmail. Horacio, Jay, do you guys have anything to close out the show?
Balls.
Communism. Good night, everybody.
One step at a time, in the blink of an eye, I'm learning to live, I'm learning to fly. One step at a time, in the blink of an eye. One step, woo! It could happen in a blink.
That's a balls.
An alligator. It's an alligator. Sorry, you're right. It's an alligator. It's an alligator. It's not a balls. It's an alligator.